Jerome Bettis, Hall of Famer, Notre Dame running back, and he's got a lot of things that he is working with. The Jerome Bettis Bus Stops Here Foundation. We'll talk to him about that. He's also got a holiday toy drive on display as well. Bussy, good to talk to you. When I say USC, the first thing that comes to mind is?
Hate. We hate USC. Absolutely.
More than Michigan?
Yes, more than Michigan, but it's slightly more. Me being from the state of Michigan, I may have a little different opinion, but USC is our biggest rival, no question about it.
But you did well against USC, didn't you?
Yes, I never lost.
I got you in 1991. You had 2 touchdowns. Notre Dame won by 4. And then in 92, you guys won 31-23. What do you remember about those games?
That they were all really good games, and USC has always been competitive. They had a couple years that they've kind of slid a little bit, but it's always that big game. And what I always remembered about it is if you play well in that game, then everyone in the country knows your name. You know what I mean? It's one of those games where if you can have a big game, you become a household name around the country. That's the kind of game that it is.
Did USC recruit you?
They did. That was one of the 3 visits that I took, actually, yes. I went to Michigan, USC, and Notre Dame. And USC was just too far away. But I remember seeing Junior Seau when I was on my visit, and he had a tank top on. And I said, who is this guy? Looked like Zeus. I said, who is that? And they said, that's Junior Seau. He's going to the NFL. And I thought to myself, if that's what all the linebackers look like, I'm in big trouble.
Those linebackers found out quickly they were in trouble when they were trying to tackle you. You did tell a story. Didn't you have somebody that it almost sounded like they were weeping or when they tried to tackle you? Was that in the NFL where you heard a little scream or a little cry?
Yeah, that was a little.
Well, how often did guys make business decisions, you think, with trying to tackle you?
A lot in the later part of my career. The early part of my career, guys were trying to take me on, and I broke a guy's shoulder that played for Baltimore and did this, did that, and so a lot of guys later on saw the kind of the carnage and said, okay, that's not for me. And the latter part of my career, guys started going to my ankles and lower extremities. They didn't want to take me on up top.
Okay, but what's the one tackle that somebody got the better of you?
Oh, my goodness. The one we were playing the Tennessee Titans, and Mike Tomczak, he threw me the ball late, and he knew he shouldn't have threw it to me. So I go to catch the ball, and as soon as I catch it, I get cracked, and my head hit the ground first. So that was a bad one because I'm a big guy, and my head usually doesn't get there before my butt.
Were you concussed? Who hit you? Do you even remember?
I was not concussed, no. And I cannot remember who I think his name was Bolden, but he played for Tennessee Titans, and he was a good linebacker, but should never have had a hit like that on me. And I got up. I'll never forget. I went to the huddle, and I just looked at Mike Tomczak, and he was like, "Sorry, bro. I'm sorry."
What happened to your Steelers last night?
Yeah, I think sometimes these things are psychological, right? And you hear what Coach Tomlin says about Flacco, right? And then you go out and lay an egg. But you have to look at it and say, Joe Flacco is a capable quarterback when you don't get pressure on him. When you get pressure on him, then, he can make some mistakes. And that's just what the Steelers couldn't do last night. They could not get consistent pressure on Joe Flacco. And when you have those receivers on that roster, it's going to be hard for you to cover the entire field. And Joe Flacco was hot, and he sliced apart my Pittsburgh Steelers, and it didn't look good.
Okay, but this is what I don't understand. Steelers always have great defense, and here you are giving up 30 points again. That I think the big question was receivers, running game, Aaron Rodgers, offensive line. That doesn't seem like it's the problem. It feels like it's defense with this team.
Yeah, when you score 30 points, you should win the game. I mean, that's just how it works in terms of in Pittsburgh, because that defense always shows up and is ready to play. The problem is they're just not getting the production in that front seven, which is putting the guys in the secondary, at risk. Nobody's playing well. Let me say that. The back end, they're not playing particularly well, and the front seven, those guys, they're not. They're giving up too much yards in the run game. This one thing the Steelers never gave up was a 100-yard rusher. And so to see Brown have 100 yards, that was discouraging. And then to be able to not put Flacco on the ground, that was a huge problem.
Mike Tomlin ever yell at you?
No, I miss Tomlin. So when I retired, Cowher was in his last year.
Oh, okay.
And then he left, and then Tomlin came a year later.
Did Cowher yell at you?
Yes, he did. He yelled at everybody, and I mean, he was a spitter, so you can understand. That was.
Yeah, but wasn't Lou Holtz? Didn't he?
Yes, I was fortunate to have double spitters. But the key is don't screw up. So I screwed up very, very little. So I didn't get as much of the juice that somebody else got.
You should have worn the LaDainian Tomlinson shield. Then you could have,
They weren't out there.
Oh,
If they were out, you better believe I would have had a shield, 100%.
Were you famous when you were on campus here your senior year?
No, because so I left after my junior year, and what happened was I had a really good sophomore year. So yeah, I was maybe popular, but I wasn't like. So we had to get Rocket Ishmael. Now Rocket, when I was there, he was a star. Okay, they had to take him out of the hotel in a laundry basket type things. I mean, he had that kind of people out there looking for him, and he was a star.
Wait a minute, hold on. Rocket gets in the laundry basket to then get out of a hotel?
So they take him out in the back and put him in a car and drive him away so that, it's not crazy, because he couldn't just walk out the front door type thing. He was a rock star when we were at Notre Dame because he had done some amazing things. Myself, I was a really good player and on the cusp, if you will, and everybody knew who I was, but it wasn't the rock star type celebrity.
Yeah, but are you talking like boy band celebrity for Rocket Ismail? Like there were women girls outside screaming and waiting for really?
Yes. It's like if he came down the elevator, you would see a crowd rush over there. Where if I came down the elevator, everybody said, "Hey, Jerome, hey," and I do the wave, "Hey." If he come down, they would kind of rush over there.
Tell me what you're doing with the Jerome Bettis Bus Stops Here Foundation.
Well, we at the Bus Stops Here Foundation, we're extremely excited about our cyber bus program. We've got our second bus that we've been very fortunate. Bluebird donated a new electric bus to us. We got it retrofitted thanks to the CNX Foundation, and now we've got it ready and prepared to go to the rural areas of Pittsburgh, Washington County, all those areas where there's kids that still need access to the technology that we're able to provide. And then we also have our first bus that goes into the housing authority there in Pittsburgh and represents the Bus Stops Foundation and helps a lot of kids there and parents and grandparents. So we're just proud of the things that we're able to accomplish there in Pittsburgh, and it warms my heart. And then our Christmas holiday toy drive, we're trying to get toys, and what we do is we give them to families that are having a difficult time during the holidays that need kind of a hand up, not a handout, and we kind of provide that for them and their children on the in the holiday season. So things that we're trying to do in Pittsburgh and try to stay connected to the community.
Always great to talk to you, Bussy. Thanks again for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's
Thanks, Dennis.
Jerome Bettis on the program. Yeah, known Bussy a long time.